My problem is I know the theme song. I think I'm confusing the show. And I don't think I should confuse the show. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl. By the way, Producer Carl is back. It's good to have him. He has selected a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to figure out what it is. I, of course, can ask the chat room. And as usual, I will start by phoning a friend. And that friend is Matt Bear. Matt Bear, what is this television theme song?
I believe that's The Handmaid's Tale, Tony.
Nicely done. Well played. Good work. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the theme to Dick Van Dyke. Woohoo! That's classic television, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Dick Van Dyke is 100 years old. He refuses to go. And I believe when last asked about it, he said, have you seen Keith Richards? I'm outliving that guy. That's, I believe, what he said. So, if we're going sound effect for sound effect there, Producer Carl, I will crush you. Okay, it's on. All right. It's on.
What would Blind Boy Tano do if he was here right now? He'd make a plan and he'd follow through. That's what Blind Boy Tano do.
Meow.
Beer.
I can do this all day. All day, son.
It stinks. All right, you won.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
But this whole place sucks.
It took years to be this prepared for that moment of battle. I didn't even get into the really old school.
Elementary, my dear, 2 times 2 is 4. Elementary, my dear, 2 times 3 is 6.
And then I've got the whole Tara Hastings board.
Ooh, okay.
Right, so I'm well prepared. On Tony Katz today at noon, we will get more into President Trump's trip to Asia, meeting with the Japanese Prime Minister today. And I'm telling you, this is more important than I think is being let on. This is about how one is going to deal with Chinese hegemonic power. And it's incredibly important. Thwarting the communist Chinese is everything. Then again, thwarting communists is always important. This story that Mamdani, the guy running for mayor in New York, he's like the discrimination my auntie felt after September 11th. She was afraid to ride a subway. And then it wasn't my aunt, it was my cousin. And then people are like, you don't know the colloquialism regarding auntie and what that means? Allow me. All communists lie all the time. And Mamdani is a liar and a fraud. And for the record, September 11th happens. You didn't see a spate of mosques being burned, nor did you see Muslims being attacked on the streets. You could have had someone acting like a jerk. It's nonsense. So is Islamophobia, by the way. It's nonsense. An irrational fear of Muslims, no. Now, a true disgust with Islamists, absolutely every day. Incompatible with Western civilization. There's just no debate. We're going to discuss the fact that Islam needs a reformation? It needs a reformation. The Islamist is not compatible with the Muslim, based on what we know to be true on history, on reality. You're going to now tell me about how Zoran Mamdani, this communist, by the way, communism, incompatible with Western civilization, incompatible with rational life. You're going to tell me he isn't what he is? He is what he is. So let's not lie to each other. Let's not be this level of fool. No. And yeah, we have to fight it. We have to fight it everywhere because these people, they don't stop, they don't rest, they don't quit. They are all liars, all of them. All communists are liars, all Islamists are liars. And why are they working together? The destruction of Western civilization. This is not some kind of just talking point. The reality is all around us. All we have to do is be willing to recognize it. Doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter. Bernie and Ocasio-Cortez and Mamdani, they have this rally and thousands of people show up in New York. It's pathetic. They're pathetic people. They certainly don't believe in the America you and I believe in. You think that Jesse Brown believes in the America you and I believe in? Absolutely not. You actually think business should be taken from the ownership and given to the workers? You still believe this lie, this nonsense, this failed concept? There's one guy at the top, and you end up in a gulag, and that's communism. The facts are the facts. Well, the problem, Tony, is that real communism hasn't been tried. Okay. You keep trying to sell that. Do not let these people have power. Do not let them near power. Do not vote for them in any way, shape, or form. I will have more on this on Tony Katz today at noon. The redistricting, of course, is going to be the larger scale conversation. The redistricting is going to go on. The special session has been called for Monday. Now, who knows if they'll actually convene on Monday for the special session regarding redistricting. I will, first things first, always focus. And just because you're focusing on one thing doesn't mean you can't focus on something else at the same time. You could do more than one thing at a time. But it doesn't mean you can't get to something else next. I will get into what that is. I put forth to you that the people opposed to redistricting, I believe, are wrong. Democrats screaming about it's stealing and you can't win the honest way. This is all the honest way. A legal political process. Why don't you go be better candidates and beat some Republicans? But you're not able to. This is about you. You think you're connected to Hoosiers? You think you're representative of Hoosiers? Not true, not so. If only because the election result tells me so. Republicans opposed to redistricting, I don't think have a clear understanding, or I should say it differently, appreciation for the nationwide fight and what part of, I believe, their job is. But to the concept of why is Indiana focused on this, I think you're seeing it wrong. I think the calling of the special session has created a great opportunity. And that opportunity has a name, and it's called precedent. And I will discuss what we're going to do with that precedent. But first, let's have the special session. Let us call our members of the Indiana Senate, and let's redistrict. I favor this, and I will keep doing so. Catch it at noon. Matt Bear has traffic.
Inbound 69 slow after 100.